Ninth Standard Political Science, Chapter 3, State Government. Exercises. First main, fill in the blanks with suitable words. First one, India has dash states and dash union territories. Answer is 29 states and 6 union territories. Second one, the total number of members of Karnataka Legislative Assembly is dash. Answer is 225. Third one, the Karnataka State Legislative Council has dash members. Answer is 75. The Council of Ministers has dash and it is the real executive. Answer is the Council of Ministers has the Governor and the Chief Minister and it is the real executive. Fifth one, the Governor is appointed by the dash. Answer is President. Sixth one, the State Advocate General is appointed by dash. Answer is the Governor. Let's move to second main. Answer the following questions with group discussion. First question. Explain the structure of the Legislative Assembly. The strength of the Vidhana Sabha depends on the population of the state. The maximum number of seats of any Vidhana Sabha should not exceed 500 or be below 60. The Governor can nominate one member from Anglo-Indian community if he feels that they are not represented properly. However, the number of seats in small states is less. For example, in Mizoram and Goa, there are 40 members each. The Vidhana Sabha in Karnataka has 225 members. 224 members are elected, whereas one Anglo-Indian is nominated by the Governor. These are all about the structure of Legislative Assembly. Second question, which areas do the member of Legislative Council represent? These members represents 5 areas. Some are elected from among the members of the Legislative Assembly, local bodies, graduates constituencies, teachers constituencies. The Governor nominates some members who are experts in the field of art, literature, education, social service, science, etc. Question number 3. Write a note on the qualifications and tenure of the Governor. First, let us see the qualifications of Governor. Should be a citizen of India. Should not be less than 35 years of age. Should not hold any office of profit under the government. Should not be a member of either Parliament or state legislature If he is a member of either, he should resign from that post when he is appointed as the governor. Now let us see tenure of the governor. The term of office of the governor is 5 years. However, he continues to occupy the post even after the completion of this term till a successor is appointed. The President may recall the governor on the recommendation of the Union Council of Ministers before the expiry of his term. These are all the qualifications and tenure of the governor. Let's move to fourth question. Write a note on the Chief Minister. Answer is, the Chief Minister is the head of the state government. Success or failure of the state government depends on his personality. He is the head of the Council of Ministers, the legislature, and the leader of the majority party in the government. The Chief Minister should be a member of any one of the two houses. Even those who are not members of either house can become the Chief Minister. However, he has to become the member of any one house within 6 months. Now let's see functions and powers of the Chief Minister. He prepares the list of ministers and sends it to the governor. He allocates portfolios to the ministers. He can also change the portfolios allotted to ministers. He has the power to remove those ministers who are not loyal to the government, act against the Council of Ministers, or have criminal record. As the head of the government, he plays a very important role in formulation of policies. As the head of the cabinet, he can summon or postpone its meetings. He has the power to coordinate and supervise the working of all the departments. He has the power to dissolve the Legislative Assembly before expiry of its term. He acts as the link between the governor and the Council of Ministers. He acts as an advisor to the governor with regard to nominations to many posts. These are all about the Chief Minister.